This Utah State University football player has been suspended from the team and cannot return to campus without a police escort after he allegedly assaulted a female student early Sunday morning.
Fox 13's Diego Romo joins us live in Logan. And Diego, how is the university handling this case going forward?
Well, Max and Kelly, a Utah State University spokesperson tells me that at this point, 22-year-old Ismael Kalani Vaifo'ou is still a student at the school, but that any time a student gets charged with criminal behavior, the university undergoes a formal process to decide whether that student is a threat to others on campus.
There is a process for emergency removal of a student in such a situation. So really, we're going through all those processes right now and addressing it.
Vaifo'ou, a sophomore defensive end on the Aggies football team, allegedly broke into a student's dorm early Sunday morning and sexually assaulted her. The assault took place in the co-ed living and learning dorms on the university's campus.
The individual in question was apprehended shortly after the complaint came in of the sexual assault and trespass and burglary. And law enforcement did apprehend him, interviewed him, and had enough evidence, we believe, to actually book him into jail.
According to a probable cause statement, several students who live in Building D of the living and learning dorms say they saw Vaifo'ou entering multiple suites within the building. One victim says she awoke to Vaifo'ou in her bed with only his underwear on and says he touched her inappropriately and assaulted her.
So there is evidence that he was intoxicated at the time that he did enter into the rooms that are in question, and that's just one of the many elements that we're, of course, investigating.
Vaifo'ou was also a resident in the living and learning dorms. The probable cause statement goes on to say that he was able to, quote, make entry into the suites and rooms as some of the residents would leave their doors unlocked or tamper with the lock so they would not latch.
We're addressing access issues as well, so as we go forward, we'll be talking to any and all of the people that are involved.
We have multiple layers of security in our res halls, and so we'll be addressing any sort of lapses in that, looking at what happened and making sure that we take action, that we work with students to make sure that they're safe and that they're using the security that they have been provided.
Now, Chief Morris says investigators are confident with the evidence that they've gathered so far, but are continuing to interview victims and witnesses. Live in Logan, Diego Romo, Fox 13 News, Utah.
It's not the first time a Utah State University student has been linked to sex abuse. It was 2 years ago. Former Utah State University football star Tori Green was convicted of raping and sexually assaulting multiple women. 6 of those cases were consolidated in 2019. Green was sentenced to 26 years to life in prison. After a series of delays, the 7th and final rape trial is set to start May 5th of this year.